Well, hello again everyone. I'm Shawn. If you want to contact me, you can do so by sending me an email to easypianolessons@yahoo.com. The website is webpianoteacher.com. And this is a special request by Shannon, the entertainer by Joplin. She hired me to do this lesson, and let me warn you, this is not easy. This is very difficult, in fact. So if you have a lot of trouble with it and you're getting frustrated, just forget about it, go to something else that's easier, and then come back later. But this is a difficult piece to do. And this is just part one. And Shannon, I will send you the rest of the parts to this piece at a later time. But here's part one. And then it continues. It's kind of hard to play here on my knees here, but let's start with the little intro part. We're going to have octaves in the right and left hand. And we're going to have D's first. And so here's middle C. Here's the next C up. So we want this D and we want this D. Okay, so right and left hand are both playing D's. And then both hands are going to go up to an E. And then both hands go down to a C. And then both hands go down to an A. Hold that A for a bit. And then both hands go up to B. And then both hands finally go down to G. So you put that together and you have, okay, ba 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 ba. Now come down an octave. We're going to start on these D's now. We're going to do it again. This is the second time through, but do the same thing. Okay, that's the second time. The third time, come down again and start on these D's right here. Now we're next to middle C with the right hand. But bum, 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 bum. And then after you play the B, don't play the G. See the asterisk there? I'm reminding you, the third time when you're right here, don't play this last G. Leave it out. So you go. And then you jump over here and we're going to go A flat, G. Okay, so three times. The first time's up here. Second time's right here. Third time's here. Leave the G out and skip over A flat, G. Ba, 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 bum. Now, on the left hand, we're going to play a really low G octave down here. G on the thumb, G on the pinky. Really low. Right hand's going to have a G chord. So G above middle C, with a B above that, with a D, with a G. Play it all together with left hand. Okay? Now, let's do right hand first here. We have D, then D sharp. And by the way, this is the original version. I did a simplified version a while ago on a video, but this is the original music. So this is the way he wrote it. So D, D sharp. Then I'm going to bring my thumb under to do an E. And then a C, up to a C. Back down to that E. Back up to the high C. Back down to the E. And back up to C. So ba 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 bum, ba bum, ba bum. Alright, left hand's going to have B and G together below middle C. Right there. And then you're going to have this C right here. And then you're going to have a chord here. Middle C with a G with an E together at once. Right there. And then we're going to have a G octave. G below middle C. And a G down here. Play that together. Those two G's. And then we're going to come back up to the middle of the piano with middle C, B flat, and G all together. Okay? So let's put hands together. We play the D and the B and the G together. And then the D sharp's by itself. And then we're going to play the E and the C together. Bum, bum. And then left comes in between there. Okay, so make sure your left hand comes in between right there. So, in between right there. And then right hand comes in. And then we're going to play the high C with the G octave on the left hand. And then back to the E with the chord on the left hand, C, B flat, G. And then that C. Now, while you're holding that C on the right hand, the left hand's going to go F octave, so below middle C, F and F. And then go up to middle C and an A. And then go back down to a low E octave right there. So there's the E octave. So let me start right here and play this part slowly. Here we go. here. Now this is difficult here. I'm going to show you the notes and I'm going to show you how to practice it. Okay? So let's take a C octave, C and a C, and we're going to put an E in the middle here. And we get that for right hand. C octave with E in the middle. Now move everything up one white key, so you have D, F, D. And then move everything up again to where you have D sharp, F sharp, D sharp, all black keys. D sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Move it up again to where you have E, G, and E. Now come back down to C, E, C, the one we started on, or right here, and then move it back up to D, F, D, and then move it back up to E, G, E right here, and then move down 3 keys to the left to where you have B, D, B, and then up to D, F, D, and then down 1 to C, E, C. So, we really only have a few, notes there. If you just look at my hand here, this is the range. We have from here, just this little area here, and your hand's going to stay locked in that position to where your thumb and your pointer are like that, and your pinky's out, and you're holding these 2 fingers up a little, and you just keep it rock solid. And it's all in the wrist. You have to keep that positioning in your hand. Keep it rock solid and lift the whole thing up. Just pretend like you got your hand in cement and it's dried and it's locked that way. Okay? You have to keep your pinky stiff there when you do that. Now left hand is going to have C, G right here in the middle of the piano. Okay? Right there. And then you're going to have a G right here. And then you're going to move up to a C chord. It's middle C, G, and E. Back down to that same G. And then you'll have F, G, B there. F, G, B together at once. And then a C here below middle C. And then a C chord 2 times. Middle C, G, and E 2 times. Okay? Now, I would practice the right hand separately first. So you can really do this easily. Okay? Just over and over. To me, that's really the most difficult part of the whole piece is the right hand right here. Then not only that, you have to put them together. So you play this first, then play this together, then just right hand, then together here, right, and then together here, right, and then left all by itself, and then right, and then together here, and then together here. Chord, a little faster. Well, that's really hard to play when I'm sitting on the floor. Let me try it again. Okay, so this is the most difficult part. If you can do this, you'll be able to play all the rest of it. Now, running short on time, let me see if I can go through it once slowly. Here we go. Then, after that, you repeat back to where? Back to the asterisk right here. Repeat back to here, and then you'll get to this part right here, and then don't go any further. Then we'll start part 2, 3, and 4, maybe a part 5. So Shannon, I'll get those parts ready for you and send them off to you, and I hope you enjoy it.